I felt a hot shudder ran down my spine. The voice from my dream echoed through the air into my ears. I looked around, panicked. Alongside the incubi, James placed a hand on my shoulder, trying to remain calm.
Don't worry. No one will hurt you.
Are you sure? Are you really sure?
I fucking love his voice, oh my god. All of us shot our heads to the door, finally pinning down the direction of the voice. The door swung open, revealing a sight I would have never expected to see. Skin red as blood, eyes black, and gold piercing into mine. Roughened up clothes and a pistol in his hand. I saw a monster. I covered my mouth to not scream at the sight. Dried blood covered the bandana around his neck as he smirked at me and the boys around me. Beside the red-skinned man was a similar-looking woman in matching thug-like clothes.
Aw, what's the matter, boys? You really didn't think I wouldn't find you, did you?
I hoped you would, you piece of...
All of a sudden, the man raised his gun at Sam's face and instantly pulled the trigger. Oi, I guess I can't date Sam. We all gasped in shock instinctively, expecting to see a bullet through Sam's face, but...
What the fuck?
What?
What should have been a headshot ended with a loud but empty blank shot. The pistol echoed its empty shots as the man grew more and more pissed, pulling the trigger over and over in aggravation. Lucky for my ears, it became quieter after the first shot.
Why the fuck won't you work?
This place is protected.
Oh shit.
What did you say, Shrimp?
This place has a seal, protecting it from hellborn magic.
What the fuck is that supposed to mean? Ah!
The man growled and threw his gun at Sam, who was able to dodge it in time. The pistol bounced off the ground a couple times before sliding further away, hitting the wall in a final stop. After it stopped moving, the gun faded into black flame and disappeared into the air.
The previous owner had this place protected by magic, Malix.
Grandpa? Malix, that was his name. His existence resonated in my memory from a dream I had. However, I looked to Matthew in the same confusion as Malix did. This place is This place is protected by... magic?
It would seem that your grandfather had some sort of protective barrier around this house. From the looks of it, it only disables hellborn magic.
No. Malix's face grew to that of extreme anger. His fist tightened as if he was crushing a stress ball.
Then what's stopping me from dragging your asses out and shooting you then?
He's asking a fair point. I'm just saying. Out of pure instinct, I stepped forward and placed myself between Malix and the boys. With no power, Malix wasn't going to fight. I took the chance to stand up to him instead of being powerless like I was in the dream. You know what? Fuck off, right? Malix suddenly laughed wildly, staring at me in disbelief. Is he gonna laugh wildly?
Whoa! Who let the bitch out of her cage? What is this? A reverse harem or something?
Makes me so happy. Alex grinned at me evilly, walking too close to me. Duck. I ducked underneath Malix's incoming hand, staring at his hand and his black flame tattoo in surprise. As I took a couple steps back from Malix, Matthew and Damien stepped in front of me, guarding me from Malix with their arms.
A quick one. I'm liking you more and more.
Thank you.
Back off, Malix!
Don't start acting tough, you pathetic excuse of a demon. You need more protection than her.
Shut up!
Oh, did I make little Matthew cry? Why don't you just grow a pair?
Enough, Malix.
The woman, who'd been standing in silence the whole time, placed a firm hand on Malix's shoulder. Malix looked back at her with a growl and a glare that could kill.
Since when did you get the guts to speak out of place?
We both know you've never controlled me. I want them dead just like you do. But now's not the time.
Fuck off! I know what I'm doing.
Do you? Even if you did fight them, there's 5 against 2. We never win.
Shut up!
Let's go, Malix! We're wasting our time!
I also like her voice. Malix is my favorite, but her voice is cool too. The two growled at each other. If they could have used their magic, I could sense fire would glow from under their teeth. Malix grunted and glared at the boys. He pointed at James, wanting so badly to use his fingers like a knife.
Just wait, pretty boys. We'll get you and fuck you up real good.
He's so cool. Then Malix turned to me, moving his fingers to point directly between my eyes.
And don't think you're safe. Step outside. I dare you.
Well, that effectively ends my schooling career, right? With that, Malix and the woman walked out of the mansion. The doors closed behind them, leaving the boys and I alone once more. I felt my knees give in from under me, forcing the boys to quickly turn to catch me.
Whoa, whoa! Are you alright?
Yeah. Why was he here?
He's been closely tracking us. Our blood trail from the forest must have led him here.
You left a blood trail from the forest? Well then, yeah.
We should have stopped him and finished it here.
For once, Matthew, I agree with you.
I stood up and rubbed my arms, feeling the goosebumps Malix left behind on me. I couldn't stop myself from shivering in fear of his words. Malix, was he a demon?
That son of a bitch is not a demon. He's a devil.
A devil? There's a difference?
Yes. Demons come from a different plane of existence called the Abyssal Planes. Devils, however, come from one of the 7 circles of a place humans know as hell. Despite us not being human, we are very different creatures.
We actually have brains, for one. Devils always like to cause trouble and try to kill or torture others for their own enjoyment. Demons, like us, know when to use our powers and when not to. We're not stupid.
Fair enough.
Devils follow orders from higher-ups in their order, and their power only comes from their connection to hell. Demons all have free wills and don't rely on where they came from to use their powers.
It was all so confusing. Demons and devils and magic all existed, and I had happened to land in the middle of it. What do we do?
You're safe. You've been protected as well.
What?
What Damien's saying is that the magic that protects this place also protects you.
Your grandfather must have cast it when you last saw him or something of that nature. We can sense its aura around your body.
So my grandpa just knows magic and no one said anything. I couldn't believe my ears. It was the 3rd day of surprises and this one took the cake in being the most surprising. I felt my head spin once again. What did I get myself into?
Miss, please don't worry. We'll find a way to train ourselves and become stronger to finally finish this feud.
I'm gonna kick his ass right now.
Until then, we'll protect you as much as we can. If Malix comes back, we'll be here for you.
But what about going outside? Won't he?
Like we said, you have a protection spell on you. Even if Malix attacks you, he won't be able to use his magic on you. He'd be just like any other human you can fight back against.
I mean, still, right?
Didn't you say you knew Taekwondo?
Well, yeah. I felt somewhat relieved that I was mostly safe from Alex. Still, I couldn't help but feel very nervous and apprehensive about the future. The boys were safe to train here and become stronger, but what if Malix did the same? Even more so, I was lost about how my grandfather knew about magic. I had to find out. At least I had time. I went to bed that night feeling nervous. Despite the words of the incubi, I felt like a target to something I'd never been able to explain or prove. Magic? Devils? Demons? How did this all even happen? Should I really be in the middle of this situation? They're only staying here after they defeat Malix. That's right. They said they'd only stay until they defeated Malix. After that, my life can go back to normal. Temporarily insanity, as Kay would say. The question was then, would I want them to leave? If my life went back to normal, then I'd have to care for the house all on my own. Yep, that's the real question. That's if they left, I'd have to clean everything myself. I'd have to focus on my life instead of being distracted by the boys. I'd have to. My life? Where was my life going anyway? I was under pressure from my parents and with only my friends and the boys to comfort me. Without the boys, I'd have no way to hide from my responsibilities. Enough. Let's just sleep and deal with tomorrow when it comes. Defeating my sense of thought, I forced myself to sleep, unsure of what tomorrow had planned for me. Hopefully, whatever the future had for me, I would be ready for it.
I promise to be with you forever. You're so important to me.
I swear I'll give my life to you.
Please, let me love you.
I'll be by your side, always.
I can't imagine living without you.
I want to be with you.
I love you.
I don't know what any of that just meant. I slowly opened my eyes, letting the voices of my dream echo in my head and force me awake. I rubbed my eyes before sitting up and looking at my clock. 7 a.m. Why am I up so early? I fell back into bed and closed my eyes, trying to go back to sleep. However, something kept me awake. Why? It's too early to even be alive. I gave up and sat up. I just wouldn't word it that way, but whatever. Staring at the fireplace across the bed, a sigh escaped from between my lips before I threw my legs over the side of the bed. What to do at 7 in the morning? Let us explore the house, right? I decided it was a good idea to wander around the house. I never really explored much as a child, but there were bound to be new surprises. Well, come on, feet. Let's go on an adventure. I stood up and exited my room, hoping that the boys were still asleep. I began to wander the halls at the end of the house, exploring each door to find what room each door led to. Quickly, I found an old office. The desk and chair sat by the far side of the large bookshelf of documents and memorabilia dawned on its nooks and crannies. There were a couple of pictures of me growing up, peeking from the shelves as I walked further into the room. I don't believe I've been here before. I tried to recall memories of ever seeing this room, and coming up with nothing as a result. Was this room new? This room was new to me. Did I want to disturb the furniture? I'm curious. I gently opened the shelves and any drawers I saw in the room. In a couple of them were books and even sewing kits. I assumed they were used for my grandfather's toys, so I left them alone. One drawer, however, was locked, no matter how many times I pulled. Grr, come on, open! Nothing. It would not budge. The drawer beside it, though, did reveal a laptop. Why is there a laptop in the drawer? I lifted it from the drawer and carried it over to the desk and the chair, opening it. It was a high-tech laptop with a retina scanner and pass lock. I was not sure whether or not to try to unlock it. Let's try! Oh, what does this mean? I decided to try. I turned on the computer and leaned my face near the retina scanner, lining the camera up with my eye. To my surprise, I heard a ping from the computer before the screen opened a desktop. Huh? Look at that! To my surprise, oh no. There. On the desktop were documents and folders labeled with different species of aspects of Anderson Company. Taxes, profits, bylaws, products, the list went on and on. If I really did want to become the CEO of Anderson Toy Company, I had everything about it at my fingertips. Dad would sure be impressed. One icon, however, stood out from the rest. I do not know how to pronounce that. Virago? I double-clicked on the icon, but no window came up. Instead, I heard a large click coming from the drawer that was locked. What the? I slowly left my seat and walked over to the drawer, attempting to open it again. It slid open smoothly in the direction of my pulling hand, revealing 2 books. One was a plain black journal and a tie that kept it closed. The other was bound in leather with cryptic symbols all over the cover. I took the journal out and skimmed it, seeing my grandfather's notes. They were all detailed explanations and opinions on his findings and on demon magic. He really did know about magic. I sat down at the desk and read through the journal further, finding drawings and sketches of symbols and magic circles, each one with their own different meanings and effects. It was all fascinating. There was even a page of important spells to know. I read through them, trying to memorize them in my mind. I didn't know what came over me, but I started feeling more energetic and more powerful simply reading my grandfather's notes. I was suddenly aware of the energy surrounding my body and the power that was around the house. The more I read, the more powerful I became. However, my mind suddenly froze and I found myself walking back to the drawer, putting the book back and closing the drawer. The lock reset and I snapped out of it. Huh? What? I shook my head and looked at the drawer, realizing what I'd done. I walked over to the desk to reopen the lock, but I suddenly felt the need to stop. Something held me back, and I didn't want to pry any more than I already had. I felt curious beyond belief, but I obeyed my thoughts for now. Eventually I would come back and look into it. I returned to the bed, feeling the weight of the morning drag me under my covers to try to sleep again. I had energy, but I wanted more sleep. It was Sunday, and nothing was happening today. Come on, eyes, go back to sleep! I shut my eyes and tried to slow my breathing. I checked my phone to check the time once again. It was noon, yet it felt like I had slept for much longer. However, the muffled sound of battle caught my attention again. Huh? I quickly went out to the backyard in response to the noise I'd heard. In the yard, there were all 5 of the boys practicing fighting. Sam was in the middle, and the other 4 were surrounding him, throwing punches and kicks at him. Sam, being the strongest of the bunch, blocked and dodged, each almost masterfully. Fuck you, Sam. All at once, the boys looked at me, frozen in their movements. I just stood in the doorway, staring at them after my outburst. James was the first to break away from the group, stepping towards me.
Good morning. We apologize if we woke you up.
No, I'm fine. I've been awake for a while now. I'm sorry I interrupted.
It's quite all right. We needed to stop anyway. We don't want to overwork Sam.
Oh, come on, I can handle more than those pity punches.
Your mind seems grateful that we've stopped.
Shut up, Damien.
Oh crap, we should probably make some lunch. I'm sure you're starving.
I can handle lunch if you like. You all seem to be very busy training to beat Malix. I'll take care of it today.
Whoa, seriously?
Yeah, why not? I'm not useless. I know how to cook and do other stuff too.
Well, no, I wasn't insinuating.
What he means to say is that we'd be really grateful if you could make lunch today.
No problem. As I turned to the kitchen, the boys went back to training. They seemed very determined to get better and become stronger. Might as well make lunch today. It's been a while since I cooked. Lunch wasn't particularly hard. I decided to make... Oh. Does the choice affect anything? Okay, hold on, I'm gonna save. I want to make pizza. Pizza's always good, no matter what time of day it is. Do we have any? Luckily, we had some pizza in the freezer to heat up. Pizzamorse, whatever. Baked with love pizza. Had all the makings of pizza toppings, including pepperoni, sausage, mushroom, and extra cheese. Just top it, bake it, and serve. I'd have to get more later. I placed the food in the dining room. However, none of the boys were there by the time I brought the final dish out. I carried that dish to the main lobby, catching the boys and separating into different rooms of the house. Part of me wanted to go to one in particular. The other part of me wanted to just leave them be and take my food in my hand to my room and eat. Maybe I could go out today while the boys focus on training? We're gonna go find one, right? Do I get a choice? Do I get to pick which one? Which one do I pick? I quickly rushed back and grabbed the second food dish before hunting down one of the boys. Which one? Can I pick? Okay. I looked down each hall trying to find one of the incubi wandering so I wouldn't have to go through each individual room to find them. I pursed my lips in irritation. Where the heck are they? I sighed, knowing that I would have to search for them in each room. I turned to head down the west hall before I suddenly bumped into an open door, face first. Oh!
Whoa! What the?
Yeah, Sam. I quickly stepped back, regarding my balance on my feet with the food in my hands. The last thing I wanted was food on the floor. I shook my head and looked up to see Sam facing me from behind the door in surprise. Being that I only saw his face, he was wet, so I assumed the door led to the bathroom he was exiting from.
Oh, crap. Are you alright?
Yeah, I brought food. What the hell? Why did I just say that? I shook my head and acted like I knew what I said. Sam raised an eyebrow before looking at the food I brought.
Oh, hey. Thanks.
Sam, you shirtless! As Sam stepped out from behind the bathroom and closed it, I was suddenly face to face with a shirtless and freshly clean Sam. Simply a towel was hanging over his shoulders as he looked at me. I remained frozen, unable to tear my eyes away from the sight. Damn, he was ripped. I'm the most embarrassing person in the world. I can't do this right now. You can't give me these lines because I can't say them. I can't say them seriously. We're just gonna skip past it. It's fine. We're gonna skip it.
Hey, you alright? Hello?
Hi. What? What is that? Just say. This is the most embarrassing thing. My face is completely fucking red. I just want to go home. Sam let a sly smirk appear from his lips before tapping his forehead with his finger. It was light, but I still felt the pressure from it push me back a bit on my feet.
You gonna give me my food, or do you plan to keep staring into space like a nut job?
How would you not notice? I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Huh? Oh, right here! I quickly gave Sam his food, glaring at him. He chuckled before quickly dropping to the floor and crossing his legs to sit. I did a double take down at him before joining him to eat. I was hungry, so I might as well. Sam must have been hungry because he practically scarfed down all his food before I could get 2 bites out of mine. Jeez, you eat fast!
Sorry. It was good, yeah.
Thanks? Sam sat in silence, waiting for me to finish. It was odd. It was not far from having a dog watch you while you ate. Nevertheless, I finished my food quicker than I normally did, and looked at Sam, who somehow got his shirt and vest on while I wasn't looking. Damn, he was fast.
Alright then. I'm heading up to the roof.
Alright, fair enough. Roof? Roof? He was heading to the roof? Why? What are these words? The roof?
Yeah. Wanna come with?
Hold on, he wanted me to join him? On the roof? The roof of a huge mansion? How? Why?
I promise you won't fall, or whatever. Okay?
What? Why? The roof? Okay. Oh, green. Green heart. Yay.
You turn the tables on me now. You drop me in your cage somehow.